Welcome to the Re-Entry Archive. I was turning into a monkey. An N-dimethyltryptamine experience report. I remember almost 2 years ago reading on this site about how the substance DMT affects the brain, the body, and the spirit. I remember laughing at the FAQ page explaining the possibilities of how and what DMT does and or is. I was 16 years old then, but since then I have experienced psilocybin mushrooms and LSD a great number of times, and they were and still are some of the most amazing and most beautiful experiences I've ever had in my entire life. Sometimes the most terrifying as well. It wasn't until recently that I obtained a large amount of DMT. I was very much excited. I had very high expectations and had been waiting for more than 2 years to finally break through on DMT hyperspace. Before beginning my experiments with large doses of DMT, I first started off with lower doses and experienced a mild body high and visuals, only lasting around 5 to 10 minutes. It wasn't until later, when I finally perfected the process of vaporizing and smoking the substance, that I finally reached hyperspace of some sort. The first time it happened, I was in my apartment by myself. I was able to get around 3 long, big hits when it finally happened. It wasn't really like being shot out of a cannon into hyperspace, but something different. It was more like teleportation. I was teleported into an alien spaceship, flying through space. I don't mean it was kind of like an alien spaceship, or that I thought it was an alien spaceship. It was an alien spaceship. This was so real. The entire time I sat there, not being able to move, but just stare in amazement. I felt an alien presence above me, like I was being observed. I felt like they were talking to me, telepathically, communicating with me through thought, trying to show me things, or perhaps trying to experiment on me. I was so afraid, confused, yet amazed at the same time. It seemed like I was there for almost an hour. Maybe I was. My perception of time had gone out the window. My mind was in shock. The last thing I remember while being in that spaceship is a strong telepathic signal from one of the aliens that triggered something inside of me. I was able to look down at my arms and legs and see my bones twisting and turning, my hair growing thicker and thicker. I was turning into a monkey. Suddenly, I was teleported back into my room, back to reality. Although the aliens had left, I was tripping hard. Everything around me was twisting and turning. My bones would still twist and turn if I looked at them long enough. When I looked in the mirror, I looked like I was an alien. Everything was just off, and it was so intense. This lasted for 30 minutes at least, and eventually faded as I lay in my bed. You don't have to have lived through an experience to learn from it. So let's take a few moments to reflect upon what this journey might mean. This experience depicts an encounter with the other which in this case presents itself as an alien entity. Symbolically, the other is a representation of that which is not you, or at least that which you do not associate yourself with. This could be a manifestation of many things. It may be a repressed element of the psyche, aspirations for the future, fears of the unknown, the potential of untapped creativity, the valued but ignored wisdom, or a desire for an encounter with the divine or the numinous. After a profound and destabilizing experience like this one, it is important that a significant amount of time is taken to reset and reflect upon what happened. In this case, I would recommend several weeks of grounding exercises and mindfulness practice in order to aid reorientation. The integration work can wait. And when you are ready, the key questions will still remain. In this case, I think those questions would be something like, what did the other, the alien, symbolize in this experience? What did it want from you? And what did you want from it? What was it here to teach you? And importantly, what lesson do you need to learn before considering another encounter with it? Decoding the element or elements of the psyche that were expressing themselves through the other is necessary in order to learn from this experience and ultimately integrate these elements of the psyche back into the self. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Carl Jung.